Gritty's dominant performance at Pikes Peak last week hasn't helped him too much in the points. Yeah, he wasn't doing too hot before then, but we'll keep an eye on him going forward. Walker, Texas Ranger, leading the points. No surprise there. Macho Man, John Wilkes Booth, Edward Scissorhands. I fixed the typo in his graphics. The points graphics and grid graphics had a typo up to this point. Albert Einstein, a meteoric rise in the points recently. We'll talk about Pablo Escobar in a second, but take a look at the top 10. We have 8 of our YouTube owners represented in the top 10. Pretty incredible. That's what we want. That's what I wanted to see through here. The 3 owners that do not make an appearance are B. Spinney, who has Dwight Schrute over there above your mom. Chad Crow has Alex Trebek, who's knocking on the door. But Bryce, how about Bryce? Turd Ferguson has been his meal ticket all season long, and Turd's had some bad, some things haven't been his fault. I mean, the wreck at Auto Club was Hogan, and had just was in the lead and then got boned by that caution at Phoenix, and then had the DNF blown engine at or whatever happened at Pikes Peak. But Turd's dropped. He's there over there above Daenerys Targaryen, and Bryce's other drivers are Rod Woodson, who's a couple spots below Turd, and then Mr. Miyagi is his third driver, who's below Kareem Abdul-Jabbar there. So we'll have to keep an eye on Bryce. His driver see what happens this race. But yeah, Pablo Escobar. He's starting P7 this race, and he's only 27 points behind Walker. If everybody holds serve this race, Pablo can make a decent kind of jump in the standings here. So we'll see.
Gentlemen, start your engines, brothers.
Can't start a fire without a spark. Words of wisdom from New Jersey's own Bruce Springsteen. But you know what you also can't start without a spark? A Craftsman Truck Series truck engine. We are here at Trenton Speedway for the 8th stop on the Craftsman Truck Series Tour, Winter 2023. Fleetwood Mac on the Yoo-Hoo pole. Yoo-Hoo, the official chocolate water of NASCAR. Turd Ferguson also up there on the front row. As I said, Pablo Escobar starting P7. I'm starting P11. Right beside a couple of B. Spinney trucks, Daenerys Targaryen and Dwight Schrute. Hang on. Set a timer for 3 minutes, 31 seconds.
3 minutes and 31 seconds. Counting down.
There we go. Hulk Hogan, we'll keep an eye on him. He's starting P19. He hasn't been, he's been having some trouble all season, really. Conan O'Brien's P20. We don't even talk about Conan O'Brien ever. Walker, Texas Ranger starting P28. Bigfoot, P30. We haven't really been talking about Bigfoot either. Albert Einstein, we talked about him in the points. He's starting P34. Gritty, bringing up the rear. P40. Here we go.
Coming to the green, buddy. Coming to the green. Let's go get him.
This is 90. Oh, in the starting or in the race analysis, moderate damage.
Cars off.
This is just the newer track.
Ready. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
I don't know everything that's that can go wrong here. And we had the same kind of situation at Phoenix, and I ran no damage. That's because that's just a tight track. But this track, the trucks have more room to maneuver, so I just put on moderate damage. And if this turns out to be awesome, then this will definitely be a mainstay on the schedule in future seasons. And then just turn off the damage totally. And a random caution. Random cautions are back on.
Player high. Outside.
We'll see who that screws over.
Still outside. Still
Fleetwood Mac out to the early lead. Darth Vader up there in third. He's been really
all clear.
just awful. So we'll see what happens. We're heading through 3 and 4 here. Bruce Springsteen corner.
Clear high. Outside.
And you've probably noticed by now, hopefully I showed it.
Outside.
Showed the track layout in the intro.
Still outside.
But just a very weird, very unique layout.
Clear.
With, I think,
Still outside.
I can't remember. I was reading about it a few months ago when I was figuring out what track to run. Really cut off Newman there. But I think there were a few deaths at the track. So they decided to put in that kink to slow some trucks, some trucks, listen to me, to slow some cars down.
Still outside. Still outside. You can see those boys up there. Get up there and
And
look them.
didn't really mip this too much. Just put Bruce Springsteen there and
Outside.
the Duff
Still
beer
there.
cans.
Clear high.
And if all goes according to plan, I'll have a nice
Outside.
new Duff blimp graphic thing this race.
Still outside.
Daenerys Targaryen above me. This is Cardi B in front of me. That's one of my trucks. MacGruber up there in the Sitco truck. Mr. Miyagi in the green. And Pablo Escobar gaining a spot here early. And I've creeped into the top 10. Exactly what I want to do. Yeah, definitely dropped a boner at, or not, well, okay. Yeah, dropped a boner at Pikes Peak. Ended up, still got a 30th place finish. There's our BG's timer, so we're good to go. But that was, you want to talk about luck. That could have easily been a 40th place finish. Instead, I finished 30th. And can start, I mean, I'd be starting even more up the front if I finished 40th. But I mean, if I want to win this race, that'd be great. But I could probably win it from this position instead of the pole. So the fact I was able to gain some spots there, it's things are favoring me so far this season compared to season 1 or Hines season with the flip the grid system, where I think I had 5 DNFs throughout the season. I had 2 of them by now. Unfortunately, looks like there's some racing going on, but a lot of this is single file. It's totally fine. Nope, MacGruber making a move on Mr. Miyagi, possibly. He was peeking. Nothing to talk about. I've been running all these races up to this point, and I've been very talkative. There's nothing going on right now. I'm slowly whittling away at Cardi B here. Alex Trebek's dropped to 40th. I think he started back in the bottom 10 there anyway.
Outside. All clear.
But I was thinking, you know how at Las Vegas we restarted the race because Oscar the Grouch blew up during the warm-up lap. And then we also had the other situation happened at Pikes Peak where an actual bona fide wreck happened before the BG's Doomsday Clock.
Outside.
But I was thinking, what happens if
Still there.
there is a
Still outside.
blow, like an engine blow up after the race starts, but before the BG's clock hits? And I think we play on. I think I know it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt somebody, but it's gonna benefit somebody too if they see that happen maybe later in the season. And I think that's the move. I think we have to just let it ride. Like if the first lap of the race, McGruber had to go in for tires or something. That's not a wreck. That's nothing to do. That's nothing to do with the AI, with what we're trying to solve with the doomsday clock of the trucks running side by side on the initial start, and everything's frantic and hectic. That's the only reason we have that clock in there, so we can just have a rule on when a restart is necessary. You know, should be throwing up a field snapshot around here shortly. The big thing is I started using the big movers and shakers, and I'll only be doing that on the first snapshot, because it just shows what kind of spots the big movers and losers have made early. Maybe you got on the inside line during the start, or maybe you got caught on the outside. But showing it for every field snapshot, it basically leads to what we see in the results, where we can see where trucks have, what kind of spots trucks have lost and gained throughout the race. So I'll only use it on that first snapshot. But I think that's going to be a cool little stat. Yeah, I still think there's just a lot of single file going on. Walker Texas Rangers lost some spots early. The entire field wants to see that. And I tell you what, Oscar the Grouch, as they run right now, I think he's in the points lead. Because Oscar's in the 20s or something. Again, that's my expert broadcasting announce whatever. Oh, looks like Turd Ferguson's actually peeking on Fleetwood Mac there. And if he does that, it's going to bunch up this whole pack, because they're going to run side by side. He couldn't get it done, but Darth Vader got moved up to the top of the track. And I think that's Doc Holliday behind him, but he can't get anything done either. Oh yeah, and I mentioned that I had the Edward Scissorhands typo that I found, just uncharacteristic mistake. When I fixed that, and then what I wanted to talk about at the end of the last race in the results, where I was like, oh man, if I remember, I'll talk about it the next race. I had Doc Holliday's name spelled wrong, or a typo in the field snapshots that I eventually fixed by the last one. But yeah, that's it. Still haven't lost anybody. Things looking good. Random caution, and pit window here is 24, 25-ish laps. So we'll be seeing stops here in about 6 laps. I tell you what, when I dialed in this Trenton track, there's just like there's a Darlington feel to it. You know, it's just something inescapable that I felt. And I was like, oh man, I might not. Should we run Darlington this season too? Because this has the same kind of feel. But of course, you have to run Darlington. But so far, everybody's behaving pretty well here, and we've had some passes. I think it looks like they're passing, but I know Miyagi's been right in front of MacGruber this whole time. But now Miyagi's trying to make a move on Willy Wonka.
Inside.
I'm anxious to see if they can actually make passes here.
All
Like
clear.
they're always peaking, but they can't make moves. Just the trucks are too evenly matched. Take a quick look at the standings. What did you do? We're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll click down. 21 through 40 on the back stretch, curve, or whatever. Oh, wrong way. Hank Hill, P31. I think he's gained some spots. I think I totally skipped 21 through 30. John Denver. There's a lot of trucks. I mean, I know all the trucks. I'm just looking at all these trucks I've made and have made graphics for and have done all this stuff in preparation for the season. And I'm like, man, I spent some time on that truck. Why isn't he doing good? Or why isn't, it's just the way it goes. Pretty sure I mentioned the moderate damage. Pit stop's coming in about 2 laps. And it appears it will be your best chance to gain spots here. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like there's a lot of racing. So those movers and shakers early on, that was probably a key stat for the race. Yeah, this whole run's good. I mean, I am losing my right front tire some, but this is pit stops this lap. Lap 24. And nobody yet. Never mind. It has to be next lap.
One in the fence on the front stretch.
One in the fence on the front stretch. Not sure what that's about. I'm guessing that's a getting onto pit road situation. So I have moderate damage on. And I'm guessing it's for
Inside.
wow.
Clear low, buddy. Leaders on pit road.
I'm just
buddy.
taking my time to get in here, no problem. We're good. 55 is the speed limit. I have no idea what happened with the truck in the fence. I'm watching Cardi B. I'm looking for my stall. And we're cruising in here. Perfect. It's like, I think I kind of screwed over Daenerys there. I would check the
Leaders
replay.
on pit road, buddy.
Go, 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 go.
Pit road speed 55.
I would check the replay, but it would mess up all the syncing when I'm showing everything.
Dig, buddy.
So, But I've most likely shown what was it,
Merge when you can.
truck was in the
Don't wreck
fence.
anybody.
or whatever why he called out whatever he called out. No, I didn't know Dorothy was coming in hot there. Ooh, we have a nice big jump on Daenerys.
Still there. Clear high.
Here comes the rest of the field out from pit stops. Cardi B. We were with her before pit stops, right?
Inside. Clear low, buddy.
Or is that Joe Dirt? I can't tell that is Joe Dirt. So I wasn't even seeing him early on in the race. Boy, I'm guessing, okay. Hulk Hogan, Julius Caesar, and Alex Trebek are all showing a lap down. So I'm guessing they were involved
Outside.
in something.
Still outside.
And Mr. Miyagi is,
Still outside.
well, I don't know. I'm waiting for everything to shake out
Still outside.
to really get a good idea on what's happening.
Clear high. Outside. Still there.
Mr. Miyagi is 32 seconds back, so he might be getting lapped.
All clear.
And wasn't he having that same problem somewhere else too?
Outside.
Wasn't that him at Phoenix?
Still outside.
He had trouble after pit stops or something, and Daenerys was giving him the business, trying to pass him for the most of the second half of that race.
Inside. Still there.
Oh shit,
Still there.
we're good.
Still there. Still there. Inside.
Am I all right?
Clear low, buddy.
Yeah, I got damage. I don't know if MacGruber came up the track or what.
Inside.
I'm guessing he
All clear.
didn't.
Inside. All clear.
Alright, I still haven't seen what happened. So the truck's in the fence. I'll look at that during the eventual commercial break that's coming up. But Darth Vader's jumped out into the lead throughout pit stops. Doc Holliday and Turd Ferguson. Pablo Escobar's jumped up to P4. Fleetwood Mac led the first chunk of this race. They've dropped back to P5. And freaking Walker Texas Rangers jumped up to P20. Amazing. But I do
Outside.
spy Oscar the Grouch up here in
Still
P8.
outside. Clear high.
And I guess that I'm glad that we just did moderate damage here. Because I took a vicious whack getting into it with MacGruber.
Caution down. Caution down. Caution down. Keep digging. Come on. The road is closed, but caution is out, buddy. Caution is out. Roll out the throttle. Pace car heads the field. Get caught up there, buddy. Take a deep breath to relax. Buddy, talk to me about your high rod. Line up behind the 18.
We are under caution. And we'll see if there's any pit stops here. Probably not. Oh yeah, everybody's going in. And I'm guessing, I don't know. Oh, what do we do here? What are they doing
The
here?
road will be open this time.
Probably just topping off for fuel. But my tires are spent. I got to take on time. I got to do everything.
The They're gonna stop you out here on
All right,
the road,
Daenerys
buddy.
is going to stop in front of us.
Cars
There you
in
go.
turn two.
And I'm fixing that damage from MacGruber.
Back stretch.
Yeah, I'm in trouble here. They're just
Defense cars in turn three.
they're just fueling up.
Defense cars get the short scoop.
Go, 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 go.
Dig, buddy. Line up behind the 46.
Merge when you can. Don't wreck anybody.
All right, the random caution. We're back in its good graces. Doc Holliday in the lead after these little pit stops. Turf Ferguson's still hanging out there. Dwight Schrute jumped into the top 10. How about Randy Savage rounding out the top 10?
Are those Lay's jalapeno and cheddar potato chips?
Yep.
Did you know they're guaranteed?
Nope.
If you don't like them, you get another flavor free.
Do I have to?
Nope.
Lay's brand jalapeno and cheddar. Bet you love them or get another flavor free.
All right, we're back at Trenton. Quick programming note. Stay tuned after the race for an all-new episode of Firing Line with Margaret Hoover as she navigates the politicians and everything. It's Margaret Hoover immediately after today's race. Hopefully giving you a good look at the everything's going on the restart, where your truck is, where your trucks is, where your trucks are, your truck is. That Margaret Hoover promo threw me off. It's something new I'm trying to do. Willy Wonka DNF'd with a tire. Trebek, Julius Caesar, and Hulk Hogan. What? Hulk Hogan is a lap down. And I did see that incident during our pit stops. Albert Einstein spinning out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Cars off. Be ready.
and we lost Willy Wonka somewhere. I don't know.
Green, green, green.
And this caution was the random caution. And there might be some weird editing around it because it happened basically just as I paused the game to like set up for a commercial break. And it was really weird. But that is our random caution, so we are, as I said, we had to deal with that random caution crap at Phoenix. But now it's doing its job. I mean, now we're back to getting some nice little racing action. And I'm almost scared to look to see where Darth Vader's at, because Darth Vader is not in the top 10 anymore. When he was a mainstay up there, looking through, he's not 11 through 20. He's not 21 through 30. But P32. I don't get it. I don't know. Just awful luck. But again, that's a Campbell Racing truck, and Campbell Racing, you gotta get on board with Albert Einstein, man.
Inside.
I gotta let Billy Ocean go. Jeez
Three
Louise.
wide, two of 'em
I
inside.
knew he was coming in hot.
Hold your line.
I was
Inside,
not gonna
Inside. Still there.
I was
Inside.
not gonna mess with him there.
Still there.
But yeah, during that pit stop, apparently I fixed the damage from the MacGruber incident,
Still there. Inside.
so I should be all right.
All clear. Inside. Still there.
See, now there's a nice little race in here, side by side. But I gotta stay up here above Hank. I gotta stay here behind
Still
Hank
there.
Hill
Inside. Clear low.
because
Inside. Still there. Inside. Still there. Inside.
Billy Ocean is
All
on a
clear.
mission. We're gonna get behind Billy Ocean here because seems like he means business right now. Meanwhile, with that pit stop, I shook out back to P26. Not ideal, but I needed the tires. I definitely needed the tire. Billy Ocean's blocking me down here.
Outside.
But we'll get him.
There. Still outside.
Hopefully I was able to show what happened to Willy Wonka.
All clear.
I know that's my truck, and sometimes I don't even, just for my own sanity's sake when I'm editing, I don't really focus on my trucks too much.
Outside. All clear.
Pablo Escobar, P2.
Inside.
It's definitely worth talking about.
Still there. Inside. Still there. Inside.
And I don't see Walker Texas Ranger up here.
Still there. Inside.
First time I've brushed that wall.
Still there. Inside.
And again, it's the first time I've been running pretty hard side by side with these other trucks, though. And I don't want to push us 3 wide. Let's move Bigfoot up the track, and he didn't want
Clear high.
to give there. Wow.
Outside.
I may have him here. Oh, no, this is good. This has gotten a little interesting now.
Outside. Clear high. Outside. Still outside.
Good exit there.
Still outside.
They're really forcing me to learn the track here a little bit better.
Still outside.
Went in a little too hard there. We're good.
3 wide. You're in the middle.
Almost took out your mom.
On your line. Clear high. 3 wide. You're in the middle.
Stay off me,
Clear high.
Miyagi.
All clear. Outside. Still outside. All clear.
Tell you what, your mom gag's starting to
Outside.
lose some steam.
Still outside.
It's not as funny as
Clear high.
still funny, but it's not as funny as it was.
Still outside. Still outside. All clear.
Albert Einstein. Well, he started P34, so he's gaining spots. Anytime you gain spots, it's good. I'm guessing Kareem didn't take too much because we have moderate damage, so he probably didn't take on too much damage on the
Outside. Still there.
the whatever happened going on to pit road or
Still
whatever.
outside. Straight up, buddy. Just past halfway. Still outside. Still there. All clear.
Yeah, business has definitely picked up here, racing wise, after
Outside.
being single foul for however many laps.
Still outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside.
3 wide.
Outside. Clear high.
I'm waiting to see when my tires kick in here because I have fresher tires than these clowns. Wednesday Adams. Something happened with Wednesday Adams. She's 33 seconds back, possibly being lapped. Lycos. I mean, I guess they're getting their money's worth because we're always showing how she's garbage. So people are seeing their truck, but
Still outside.
I don't know.
Clear high.
So here's Billy Ocean. We thought he was
Outside.
gonna be making moves, but it's just tough to gain a lot of spots here. Doc Holliday still in the lead. We got what do we got? 43 laps to go. And after the snapshot, I'll start trying to figure out the math on pit stops. Turk Ferguson needs a good finish here just to get back on the wagon or whatever. Randy Savage. Bryce, we were talking about Bryce's bad performance. He's got Rod Woodson and Turk Ferguson up there. But I know Mr. Miyagi's having some trouble somewhere. Gritty. Take a look at Gritty. Making a move up to P15. Starting 40th this race. I'm P26. I think eventually I'm going to graduate to pretty much stopping the game when I set up the snapshot and then look at the standings and talk about them and then kind of skip some action after the snapshot to when I'm talking again. Because right now I would be completely silent while past me is talking about the standings. I don't know. Editor problems. First world editor problems.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm actually stopping the race. Or next time we get on the front stretch, I got to stop and see when those pit stops were. So I can calculate my maths on when the next round is. Alright, we're going to pause. Don't restart. See, this is right here. Restart race. Oh my god. So I want to see when those pit stops were. That's what I figured. So 34. We'll say 35 after the caution. So 24. Oh, we still have 2 more stops after this. So we'll go 35. And we'll just for ease of math, we'll go 25. So that'll take us to 60. And then there's going to be a splash and gut with 30 laps to go, and the pit window's like 25 laps. There's going to be there's going to be another pit stop for fuel. So it's not even for my own math. It's also making sure I know when pit stops are coming, so we don't get into any kind of wrecks. But pit stops are coming in about 8 laps already. I'm guessing this is going to be a video on the longer side, because that caution really messed up my commercial plan and skipping a bunch of laps. All right, Jacob Squeaks, the owner of Billy Ocean's Blue Coral 41 truck. I need Billy Ocean to get around Conan O'Brien here. John Wilkes Booth bringing up the rear of this race as well. When he's been, I think, I was looking at my spreadsheet I keep of pretty much all the stats, and his worst finish coming into this was like 23rd or something. Nothing special about that pass on Conan O'Brien, I'm just getting her done. Doc Holliday still in the lead. Again, it just doesn't seem like there's going to be a battle for the lead. But there is some fun stuff happening back here. And I'm still married to Billy Ocean until he proves otherwise. There he goes again.
Good job, buddy. Take a look at your temp for me.
Yeah, Billy Ocean's on the move, man.
Outside. Still outside. Clear high.
So yeah, there's definitely passes going on. It's just that, that, that front group is tight. Outside. Still outside. Clear high. So yeah, there's definitely passes going on. It's just that, that, that front group is tight.
'Good job, buddy. Take a look at your temp for me.
All keep our eye open for pit stops coming up. Which, did I do that math right? 25 laps. That was lap 35. Take it to 40. Plus 20 is 60. Yeah. That's 25 laps. My tires are basically, after 10 laps of that previous run, my tires were the same as they are now with 4 to go. So I don't. That's what's throwing my brain and throwing my brain for a loop right now. May have just been driving extremely hard after those first stops. I don't know. But we may get it. Let's also keep an eye out on a possible caution that comes out on pit road entry stuff. Because if... Okay, here we go. If Albert Einstein took out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it's probably not the first time or the last time something weird can happen entering pit road. So we'll keep an eye on it. And I'm just trying to be careful with Bob Vila here. Now with 32 to go, yeah, there's going to be splash and goes at the end, which means this next round of this next run, I really have to take care of my tires. And look at Billy Ocean. I mean, I said I'll stick. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You're doing an awesome job today, buddy. Keep the pressure on them. Nice and easy.
I was staying with Billy Ocean. That might have saved my race. Looks like some trucks are going to get screwed here, but maybe not be a lap down. John Wilkes Booth, what are you doing? Oh yeah, some trucks that passed the start finish on pit road, but not. Yeah. Okay, I can't pit yet. Okay. But I got news for you. No, there are some trucks a lap down. Pretty much. Oh, we'll see.
Buddy. Nice and patient. Great job. Come around at 70.
Trying to figure everything out. I still love that caution sign blinking over there. In the MIP videos, I made that. Awesome. But we're going into pit here. Billy Ocean should be going in as well. And I'm right behind Billy Ocean.
Line up behind the 7. One in the Phantom in the pit.
Line up behind... What am I doing here? Okay, so those are the trucks that were probably on pit road. Okay. Now don't pass this. I cannot pass Conan O'Brien before the pit stops. Or before pit lane. So I see all the skid marks on the front stretch there.
The pace car in turn 3. The pace car in the short chute. Watch your speed, watch your speed. 4,500 seconds. The pace car in turn 4.
Tell you what, I'm going to be sitting pretty here. But maybe not. I don't know. Julius Caesar, turn 5, he said. Julius Caesar, gearbox issue. He is out of the race. And
Go, 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 go.
we have a lot of the field a lap down, though. We'll let it shake out. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Line up behind the 70.
Merge when you can. Don't wreck anybody.
All right, trying to reflect everything going on. Look at the standings over here on the right. Hopefully I'm not showing the big replay. Joe Dirt in the lead. I'm in 6th. I'm in good shape. I'm on the lead lap. And 11 through 20, you can see back to Albert Einstein is the final truck, basically with a shot to win. Then everyone else is at the tail end of the lead lap. You can see there. Just find your favorite driver, that's all. But then we start getting into the lap downers. John Wilkes Booth, Edward Scissorhands, Marie Antoinette, Dwight Schrute, Oscar the Grouch, Gritty, damn it. Escobar, damn. Hank Hill, Conan O'Brien, Cardi B, John Denver, Doc Holliday, Godzilla, Bob Vila, Newman, Dorothy, Turd. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, brother. Poor Bryce, man. Pete Rose 2 laps down. I don't know what the wreck was. I didn't see the wreck. I know I promised that not promised, but I guess said that I would check out those wrecks more often so I didn't sound like a weirdo not knowing what happened, but there's too much going on. During the caution laps, I had to... I was just texting some people that needed texting back and stuff. Okay. Godzilla, we're cutting in front of Godzilla. And Walker Texas Ranger was laying low all race, and now he's going to be he's in this group that's going to be racing for the lead here. And with 27 to go, we have oh boy, Godzilla. We have I gotta get away from you guys. Man. We have Splash and Goes coming up at the end of this. Possibly. I mean, Pikes Peak really confused me. With all the trucks really stretching it out. But probably showing some racing action up there, and hopefully you know where your trucks are at. It's just impossible to accurately show everything going on.
Still outside. Still outside. All clear.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, though, what a comeback! Getting spun out by Albert Einstein earlier, and the cautions during pits, or the cautions during pit stops really worked in his favor. But I gotta think now, because Bristol's up next, and I think I just take a win when you can get it, and if I can go for the win here, I'll try. But Bristol coming up next, I'll be starting 40th, and with how fast these trucks are and how hard it is to pass, it's going to be a matter of 15 laps. Friggin' by the time the Bee Gees clock goes off, I might be getting lapped. Boy, my cars blow, or my trucks blow. Julius Caesar, DNF. Pete Rose is 2 laps down. Willy Wonka DNF'd. Unbelievable. Sir Ferguson, P37, 1 lap down. Oh, man.
All clear. Outside.
Let's check out the other Bryce trucks, because I think Miyagi's
Still outside.
for position up here, yeah.
All
Rod
clear.
Watson's P21, not a lap down, but just tail end of the lead lap up here.
Still outside.
And I see Joe Dirt, and I see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, so the leaders are right here. So everyone, for the most part, if you're at the tail end of the lead lap, you are ahead of the leader right now, at least.
Clear high.
So even if you were quote-unquote a lap down before its restart, if you're ahead of the leader now, you probably aren't.
Still outside. Clear high.
Bigfoot was for position. Now I'm coming for Mr. Miyagi. I got him. Man, he made that wild move there.
Outside.
All right, Pete, help me out.
Still outside. Still there.
Is Billy Ocean for? Yeah, Billy Ocean's definitely for position because we were pitting with him and he stayed out.
Clear high. Outside. All clear.
It's just luck. It's how it goes, man.
Still outside. Clear high.
I mean, last year or last season, I probably would have pitted in the first round, and I'd be a lap down.
Still there.
But
Get that
instead,
rhythm, man. Let's go get these
it just so
boys.
happened that
Clear high.
I fingered Billy Ocean early in that run, and I was like, I'm gonna follow him, and I stayed with him the whole time. Caution came out, just luck. I think it just said I fingered Billy Ocean, but you know what I mean.
Outside. Still outside.
Macho Man,
Clear high.
P3.
Outside.
Oh, wait a minute. What was I was supposed to say? Wait a minute. I was supposed to be saving my tires this run. Take a look at the standings down there, and then with about 10 to go, I'll do a field snapshot before pit stops. And then it's just like anything goes. I still think there's a way for that stupid keyboard script to work. I haven't really rolled up my sleeves and looked into it after I, you know, tried it. I don't know. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10 effort. I think I gotta go back and give it a 10 out of 10. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar passed Joe Dirt.
Inside.
So right now, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in the
Still
lead.
there. Inside. Clear low, buddy. Inside. Still there. Inside. Still there.
Passing Billy Ocean on the outside. Just a power move right
Still
here.
there. Great job. Doing awesome, buddy. Just set him up right here now. You'll get him. Still there. Inside. Clear low, buddy. Inside. Still there. Inside.
I don't know if that was a pinch. I think that was legit. Pablo Escobar is up here, and he's a lap down. I remember calling that out during the recap. Or the, you know, before we went back to green. Macho Man. I'm in P4 right now. Macho Man, Joe Dirt, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are 3, 2, 1.
Outside. Still outside.
And in a few laps.
Clear high.
In a few laps, when I pause the game for the snapshot, I will go back and see what happened with that wreck. I may have to summon all of my courage and might
Inside.
if I'm going to win this.
All clear.
I'm definitely not gonna. I'm definitely not pulling any punches. Like, I'm gonna win as many races as I can. I'm saving my $10. I could be Darth Vader right now in the lead. I'd be getting ready to pass him.
Outside. Be on your toes with these flappers. Still there. Still there.
All right, brother. Let's get moving.
Clear high. Outside. Still there. Clear high.
Yeah, this ended up being fun. This ended up
Outside.
being really fun
Still
racing here.
outside. Still outside. Still there. All clear. Outside. Still outside. Clear high. Out. Still outside. Clear high.
All right, 12 to go, maybe 11 to go now. By the time we're done talking, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the lead. Those splits should be accurate, and you can see if your truck's about to be a lap down or whatever. And I was looking at, I just saw all the crap that went on, but not really a bunch of stuff. I mean, it was basically Bigfoot was trying to stay on the track. Albert Einstein said, "Nope, I'm pitting." So Albert Einstein got paid back for taking out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar earlier. And Albert Einstein spinning caused the wreck. And then I saw Willy Wonka just went into the pits the first time around and just, or under that caution and just the first caution, and just disappeared. And then Julius Caesar on one of the recent runs of stops, just as he was entering pit road, his engine blew up or something. So, but you've already seen all that. Let's not lose a spot here, and let's turn everything off.
No tires. No tires.
Put on a half can would be 6 laps. 6, 12, 18, 24. A half can would be 6 laps. So I don't want to cheat the AI and take on less than they have to.
Still outside.
If these clowns do it at all.
Still outside.
Again, Pikes Peak has really put a seed of doubt in my mind.
Just set him up right here now. You'll get him. Still outside. All clear.
I do have better tires than them right now. I'm usually I'm usually almost yellow in a run. Or no, didn't everything just shake? Everything evened out on those last rounds of stops anyway. Never mind. I guess I have been subconsciously taking her a little bit easy, knowing that I'm going to need tires for the final little shot. Nice little run here.
Outside. Still outside. All clear.
There we go. Oh boy. This is where championships. This is where championships are made, or championships are won. Or did I just blow a tire hitting the wall? Hang on. No, I'm fine. I'm just a dummy. I don't know what happened there. Thank God for moderate damage. And we're staying with Billy Ocean. I mean, that's my pick. And there's going to be pit stops. We've seen a couple of wrecks going on to pit road already. But Billy Ocean's my pick. When Billy Ocean goes in, I go in. But I tell you what, at the same time, that's a hard left that they make. I don't know if I have time to adjust to him deciding to pit. Nope, I'm good. I have time.
Be on your toes with the flappers.
That's good entry right there, babe. 55. Half can of fuel.
5 to go.
No,
Just keep
no
it
tires. Here we
close.
go.
Try to take care of it.
Billy's pitting here. Here I go. Nice little entry here. Slow down. Dale Earnhardt watching us.
Go, go, go. Stop playing with yourself.
Okay, so that's definitely... It seems like that is definitely the splash and go audio.
Watch your speed. 4,500 seconds.
Like it's just different
Merge when you can.
a different
Don't wreck
urgency, you
anybody.
know.
Leaders on the road, buddy. Outside. Clear high.
Billy Ocean's coming in hot. Too hot for me.
Still there.
Too hot to trot.
Inside. Clear low, buddy.
But I'm happy. It seems like pit stops have cycled through without a hitch. So we have a genuine good ending to this race.
Inside. Still there.
I don't think I pinched Billy there.
Clear low, buddy. Inside. Still there. Clear low, buddy. Inside.
I gotta use up some tire to get around John Denver, or just kind of, you know, stick him back there, you know. I'm not sure who's for position up here, as far as I'm concerned.
Be on your toes on these flappers. Great job, man. Way
All right, I'm P3. Joe Dirt shook out in the lead ahead of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar by there's 2 lappers between them, so Joe Dirt's looking good. I don't think Kareem has time. I really don't. I mean, I'm trying to look at the standings and everything.
2 to go at the line.
Probably showing some action here toward the end of the race. Would make the most sense. You know, you'll just have to see where your truck ended up. You probably have a decent idea.
Outside.
I'm just not going to wreck this lap because
All clear.
Joe Dirt is taking the white flag,
One more time, buddy. One more time. Straight.
and I'm P3. I could try to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for a spot. That's a big ask right here with Gritty and Conan O'Brien making things difficult. Yep. Walker Texas Rangers staying in the top 10. Hulk Hogan crept back up into 8th. Wednesday Addams, whatever happened to her, 7th. Bigfoot getting top 10.
Checkers, buddy.
Oh, brother.
Awesome job, my friend. Awesome.
All right, ended up being a fun little race. Let's take a look at the results. You see Joe Dirt won, obviously. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 2 straight second place finishes. So look out for him in the points, I think, coming up. Bigfoot, big jump there. Hogan was down on the mat. He hulked out, got a lap back somewhere. And I think him, Trebek, and Caesar all were serving penalties or something because they were all stuck on pit road for a while. Or they came back in, I don't know. But him and Trebek came back from the dead there. Over on the right, Albert Einstein continues his quest for the champion. I mean, he's making some moves in the points battle now. Got news for you. And Darth Vader, he didn't fall. He did fall for a while because I saw something where he bumped somebody on pit road or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. There's just there's a lot going on. But I think it was him and Turd Ferg got into each other on pit road. We'll talk about Turd Ferg, man. Randy Savage was running top 10 for a while. I thought that was going to be pretty interesting, but he ended up dropping after the pit stops or something. Looking at the back half, you see Smokey the Bear there finishing P22. I think I put something on the video about there being possible commitment line penalties, and I'm surprised he didn't get one because he like dove like through those cones on one of those pit road entries. So I don't know. None of this is real. So I don't know. Gritty. I think I called Gritty out. I think he was running P15 or something for a while, and then he ended up shaking out in 24th. But that's a big gain there. Pablo Escobar, we talked about him before the race. He was running up there near the front. Something happened, dropped back, and you can see in that late snapshot, a lot of trucks were showing a lap down that weren't a lap down. They were just ahead of the leader. That's just a quirk in the replay analyzer. I have to find a workaround for that, but it actually kind of makes sense. I'd rather show them quote unquote a lap down and the viewer, you understanding what that means, instead of showing them 35.5 seconds behind the leader or something. Like, it's almost like, hey, they're not for position right now if you're in the lead. Over on the right, Turd Ferg, he was running top 5 all race, and then under that one caution came around turn 4 and just banged Dorothy, and that messed up. Even with moderate damage, it messed up his hood. I was lucky to see him on pit road. That one extended. That's why I extended that one shot on pit road where I wasn't talking, because I realized that's where everything happened, so I wanted to show it. And then John Wilkes Booth is easily his worst finish of the season. And then finally, the bottom 4 drivers in the field are all AC Racing drivers, so I don't know. I don't know what that. It's not good. And then Marie Antoinette's there, and I don't even care who my other driver is, because it's just ugly. AC Racing is just ugly right now. But Jessup, Nathan Jessup is my other driver. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And finally, checking out the bonus points, Doc Holliday did lead the most laps, so he's getting that extra bonus point. Turd Ferguson, who knows, that point might come up big. And then over on the right, the 3 fastest laps, John Denver, John Wilkes Booth, and Nathan Jessup, and me up there again. But if you watch this race, you can tell I don't have any kind of advantage. It's just like, I don't know. So that's why I don't count. I never get bonus points, but those 3 get bonus points. And check out Doc Holliday. R.A. Kaiser might want to remember this. If you lose the championship by 1 point, you were slower by 1/1000th of a second from getting a bonus point here. So that's it from Trenton. That's a fun track. I was kind of down in the dumps for a while, thinking it was single file and everything, but then the cautions kind of livened it up. We probably should have enjoyed this while we could, because up next it's Bristol. And from a production standpoint, I don't know how the hell I'm going to present that video and show everyone where their trucks are. I don't know, but we'll figure something out. Maybe, I don't know, but I am thinking about running full damage on this Bristol. Still early in the season, but then no damage on the late Bristol race when the championship stakes are high, So, but every race counts. But you gotta run Bristol with damage, Jack. But that's it from here. We're signing off from Trenton. Definitely be coming back here. And I'll see you at Bristol. Thanks for watching.